And Trump represents that, my friends, for the Republican side. Trump represents the individual who has watched what's happened in Washington, D.C., watched what has happened in the Republican Party for the past number of decades, and has either gotten angry or who has completely just given up, thrown up his hands and said, I'm done with this stuff. They're sick of the corruption. They're sick of the campaigning, the promises. They're sick of the fundraising. They're sick of the politics as usual. They're sick of, again, all these things they're told that are going to happen if they vote for Republicans. And of course, none of these things ever materializing. They care about liberty. They care about a government that stays out of their business, whether personal business or their business. If they're people who own small businesses who have to deal oftentimes with all sorts of crap that comes from the government, not all from the federal government, but some of it, a lot of it, rules and regulations, filings of things that no one can tell you about, random fines for not meeting some deadline you had no idea about. I mean, the list goes on and on. A sink being 2 inches too low or too high, just silly, ridiculous stuff. They're sick of the detail. They're sick of the fear mongering. They're sick of politicians telling us what the sea levels are going to be in 100 years when they can't do the most basic thing, like, say, secure our southern border. It makes no sense that you would vote for anybody who can't secure the border, but yet you would trust them and take them at their word that they are taking every appropriate action necessary to make sure that the sea levels don't rise by 20 feet in 100 years, thereby wiping out the entire eastern seaboard or whatever.